All right, everybody. This is the next part of our build series here. We're going to install the shock tower and put the transmission in the back. We are getting closer to finishing the chassis. I still have the shocks, the tires, the electronics, all that to do, but the body's finished, and I'll put a link to that in the description. And as I was laying these parts out, I have my first major screw up of the kit is that, and this is, I know you'll never be able to see this, but here's one of the bushings, the factory team bushings that goes on the shock tower, and it is not threaded. And I don't have a tap set that can do that, so that's the first holdup now I have on the kit. So, but we're gonna go ahead and build the rest of the kit, and we'll just have to mount that shock when I get the part. But we'll finish up the chassis so we keep the series going, and I'll just have to either look into tapping that or to order a new one. So that is the next step. Now we're gonna mount the factory team shock bushings on the shock tower here. We're gonna use this inside hole at first. Now you do have some spots here, different areas you can for tuning, but we're just gonna do the lowest one here. Actually, it goes on this side. And we have one of the bushings is threaded, the other one is not, so that's going to be a little bit of a holdup. But you know, so far this kit hasn't been too bad. But that's the first major screw up with the parts that they give you in the kit. Okay, so we mounted the factory team bushing here. That'll hold one of the rear shocks, but we can't do the other one yet. So, but we're going to mount this a while to the chassis, just like that, using four 7/16 screws. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to work on installing the transmission onto the chassis. Okay, the next step, we have to install this transmission here on the chassis, and you just have to have the ballast in the right direction, in the right way, and then this whole thing just kind of lays in here like that. And if you flip it over, these two little holes here. Now you got to line everything up. These two holes here, you use you screw together with a 1/2 inch countersink screw. Then the next step, we take these 5/8 countersink screws, and we're going to screw it into these two holes right here and here through the shock tower into the transmission. Camera. These two 5/8 countersink screws. That's what we attach here to these. I forget what these bars back here. So this is a little tricky, and you're not going to be able to see it, but I got to get these two 3/8 screws down in here. Let's see if I can get a flashlight in there. See that one screw head there where the light is? And then there's another hole next to it. That's the last two spots you need to screw in for to finish off the attaching the transmission to the chassis. Okay, so starting to look like an RC car, and we need to put the body post, the rear body post, attach that to the shock tower, like so, and we're going to use more 3/8 screws. And then two down here in these holes here. You have two body posts. We're going to use these little skinny 5/8 screws, and that's the we're going to just put them raise them all the way up. Or how did we do it the last time? No, we put them all the way down, I guess. It doesn't matter. You know, put this in just for now, and then you can adjust it later. Which I'm sure we will, once we get the body on. Okay, so you get rear shock tower, rear body posts. Now the instructions call for putting the bumper assembly together. That's the next step. So we're gonna have to put the mud flaps on here, and then attach this to the back of the transmission. So the mud flaps, they're just a series of these little screws and washers, and they attach to these four holes right here, this side and this side. And the mud flaps themselves look completely identical front to back, so I don't really think you can screw this up. But they are, you know, they are marked 1 and 2, but they look completely identical. So all I would say is that there's a little number in here. Maybe have that facing on the inside just so you don't see that little number. But other than that, it's, like I said, they're the same thing. So don't stress too much over that. So there's the back bumper, complete with mud flaps, and then that's going to go, running out of space here, that's going to go in the back here. These 4 holes here line up here, and these are, you're going to have to kind of bend them into shape, and you're using, I believe these are more 1/2 inch screws, or 3/8, 3/8 no, I'm sorry, 1/2 inch screws, and they mount in these to these 4 positions right here. Alright, that's it for this show. I think the next show we're doing the rear CVAs, and well, the only CVAs, and the hubs, and then from there we're on to shocks. So we got to do turnbuckles yet too. So still got some stuff to do, but it's really getting there now. I mean, we'll have this guy done soon.